Pro-Late model.
Prevailed and takes home the checkers here at Knoxville Raceway.
Checker flag is out for Spangler as they come across the line here.
The 217 coming off of 4. It'll be hit.
Coming there on 3 and 4. Salas gets win number 2 of the night.
Randy Shreves from 19th to victory.
The cars 3 and 4 out here. It's going to be Watson for the win. It's going to be Shreves getting the win.
He sees the checkered flag win. Give it to William Watson.
Yo, 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 tune in, don't miss ShaggyTV, hit 'em with the twist. Gang on deck, let's pick up the pace. Remote in hand, it's a cartoon race. Where are you, ShaggyTV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crash. Flip the channel, hit the screen. Velma's got the clues, keep it clean. Fred in the whip, Daphne looking mean. Shaggy on the snacks, munching every scene. Zoinks, got ghosts in the room. Monsters lurk, smell the cartoon fumes. Fog thicker than my uncle's perfume. Solve it quick, then straight to the tune. Where are you, ShaggyTV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Spooky vibes with the laugh on top. Masked villains, every case non-stop. Trapdoor falls, but the plan don't flop. To the laugh track, tick tock, tick tock.
We are live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network with a little Thursday Night Thunder. As always, first up on the docket is your Hawks Garage 358 Modifieds. And boy, oh boy, we roll into the Bristol Motor Speedway for a 3-race play date. And I can tell you, this is going to be, guys going to have to work tonight. This is going to be a difficult racetrack to get passes done on. You know, it may turn into a one-lane type of deal. And the lanes are going to move fast if it does. When I say that we'll probably see the bottom come back in. Maybe turns 3 and 4. I think the outside will be the place to be through 1 and 2. By the time we get ready to go heat racing, who knows? But I got to be honest with you, for the longest time, there were only 14, 15 cars in here. A bunch of people made the call. Now we're up to 20 lap times in, 23 drivers registered. See, here we go to Jeff Barker. He is one of the last guys to join the room. Awfully quiet over here. Nobody on the racetrack. Sam Bachman not out there. Maverick Seidel. He's in Jeff Parker's. Awfully quiet over there. Guys just taking their time here. You know, trying to nurse those wounds till we get ready to go play. But I did hear, from a little birdie that, Uncle Ron is possibly in the market for a snowmobile. So, anybody selling a snowmobile out there, go ahead, send it to Uncle Ron. Hearing, they want to get into a new hobby. That's the rumor around the farm anyway, around the FDM farm. Still at that 23 driver number. I heard maybe, from his teammates, a couple of them, that maybe Dino was going to show up here, but I thought he was going away, and it looks like maybe I was right. I don't think Dino's in here. Nope, yeah, nobody else coming in, so we probably won't be waiting here much longer. We should be getting ready to go, and we'll roll into qualifying here any moment, because, like I say, I know this is one of those racetracks where, you know, it can take a little longer to do a race than, you know, the normal places we go play, with it being a big old half mile. And like I say, fighting for racing lines can lead to, you know, some caution flags, some nastiness. And I wouldn't be surprised to see all of the above happen here tonight. Guess what? Isaac Salas, he does register just in time, it looks like. And we're going to have 24 guys as we get ready to roll into qualifying. So a full field won't need a B main unless somebody else hops in and joins the party. I'll try to keep an eye on that. Newcomer here. I raced with him a little this afternoon. Which, speaking of, Teddy York probably doesn't like me so much, you know. It used the chrome horn going down the straightaway, and it got him a little unsettled. Sent him up to the outside. Your boy's back in victory lane here for a matinee race. Felt pretty good. Alec was there, was very fast in the heat race. And the feature, to be honest with you, kind of snuck up on him. The bottom opened up in 3 and 4. When you're out front, you know, you don't really get to test around that kitchen too much. CP3 lap number 1, the 5:18 should be no surprise. Top of the charts. Grandy, does he improve final time around the 5:18? Not. Yes, oh no, hey, does he improve? Yes, he does. Drops down into the 16s with a 16.95. Jeff Sharp looking to improve. He can't. Lap 1's going to be his best lap. William Watson comes across the line. P5, Jason Butterfield barreling up to the start-finish line. Green, yellow. What's it going to mean, Butters? Going to stay. P20. Take a look here at the 390 of Mike Brewer. He comes across the line. Lap number 1 in the books. Isaac Salas, top of the charts. Meanwhile, Brewer 22 out of 22. Mike looking for a big improvement. He's green. He's green one more time. Mike Brewer, where's he going to go? P8 for Mike Brewer and Isaac Salas. Looking like Michael Vecchio here. He's now out on the racetrack, but he runs out of time. So Isaac Salas, Joseph Grandy, Jeff Sharp, and Sam Bachman, your top 4 as we get ready to head into our first of 3 heat races for your Hawks Garage 350A Modifieds. Row 4 rounding out the field. To the outside, the 015 of Mike Stryker. To the inside, the 09 of the Teddy Bear, Ted York. Row 3 to the top shelf, the 066 of the Strut, Mike Weeda. To the inside, the 38 of Adam Flieger. Row 2 to the top shelf, your quick time, the 5 of Salsa, Isaac Salas. To the inside, the 007 of the Samaconda, Sam Bachman. Row 1 for heat race number 1 to the outside, the 122, who is yet to grid, Brian Dickens, and starting on the pole, the 213 of Mike Vitale. Like what I'm seeing here. Oh, there we go, Dickens. Woo! I'm telling you, there could not have been a lot of time for that. There is no way. There was a lot of time. He was pushing it. Just made it. Good for Brian Dickens. I tried to play around with cameras a little bit here because we haven't been back to Bristol since the full Shaggy iRacing sound of 2025. And, you know, we did the uninstall, did the reinstall. So I tried the best I could to move these around here, is me just being a solo car. You can't do the AI dirt races, and I wasn't sure if the cameras don't necessarily carry over the same because of the dirt buildup, different things clip. So we may have to make some changes here in warm-up. For now, it should be all right. Steve King Foundation pace car going to lead the field down the back stretch one more time. 213 of Michael Vitale. Going to look to set the sails here, find a way to hold on to the lead through turns 1 and 2. Not going to be easy. Outside may be the place to be. Let's find out as we take a look to the Tennessee sky. The green flag's high. Let's make some dirt fly. Heat race number 1 is underway. Vitale on the inside. Dickens gives him plenty of room, maybe too much room. Here comes the 007 on the inside, fighting side by side. 3 wide for the lead. Sam Bachman comes across, parks it on the 122. Dickens going to lose 2-3 spots here as he falls back to P7. Contact between the 38 and, oh boy, Brian Dickens gets a hard piece. Michael Vitale down pit road. Isaac Salas somehow takes the lead and looks to steal this show. Salsa cracking open the lid here. What can he do? He's got the 007 breathing down his neck. 5 laps to play at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Mike Guida may have the best view in the house. Let's find out together as we ride on the nose of the 066, the strut. Watch his Sammy boy try to set up the 5, but right now Isaac absolutely on it. Man, quickest way around this place might be in that 5's tire tracks. Good night, Isaac Salas. 3 laps to go this time. All single file behind. You see Mike Stryker holding on to P4. Ted York, the last car on the lead lap. The 09 definitely going to bring home P5. But everybody making the show tonight here with an exact 24 cars. Just trying to seed yourself here for the feature as Isaac Salas rolls into turn 3. Off the top side of 4. He sees that white flag wave. We got 1 lap left to play. I mean, we've seen it once. We've seen it twice. Hell, we've seen it 1,000 times. Isaac Salas gets quick time. Now he blinks out. Is he going to come back? He does. Right as the checkered flag waves. Boy, oh boy, heart attack there for your Salas fans. But Salsa wins heat race number 1. Bachman, Guida, Stryker, York, Vitale, Dickens, and Flieger round out the field. But Isaac goes out there, gets quick time, starts 4th with the invert, says, I don't care, wins heat race number 1 anyway. Boy, oh boy. Watch out for the 5 tonight. Salsa feeling spicy. Row 4 to the outside of heat race number 2. The 051 of Putt-Putt Clay Christopherson to the inside. The 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker. Row 3 to the top shelf, the 035 of Daddy's Money, Connor Ross. To the inside, the 1-6 of Mr. Excitement, Matt Barber. Row 2 to the outside, the 518 of 100 grand, Joseph Grandy. To the inside, the 76 of Ryan Banks. Row 1. For heat race number 2, got a set of teammates. To the outside, the 390 of Mike Brewer, and starting on the pole, the 4 of my homie, Scott Rayomi. I'm going to be honest, that backfired a little bit here. That camera was way too zoomed in. And yeah, we are going to have to make a little adjustment here in between, because I forgot to do my Zoom sponsor cam from the top. But, Scotty did add a little something to the decklet of that race car that, try to highlight at some point throughout the night. But needless to say, the homie, it's caught on. It's starting to catch, and well, it's good to see, little inside baseball here. Clay Christopherson had to go make a quick stop at a local friend's house. Good to see the old 51 made it back in time and did it with style here. Let's start tail end, 8th race, number 2. Lots of fellas in between him and his teammates. We'll have to see if Putt-Putt can get up there and go play with the gang, or if he's just going to have to bite the bullet and take what he can get as we take a look to the Tennessee sky. The green flag is high. Let's make some dirt fly. Heat race number 2 is underway. We'll check up there on the bottom, the 76 and the 16. Fighting over which Canadian has the quicker race car here. We're 3 wide. Grandy on the outside. The 518 hammered down. How's that sound? Grandy gets 2 for 1. Cuts to the inside. Gets into the back of Brewer. We got oh boy, what a stack up. The 518 and the 390 go around, and Scott Rayom, you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. He doesn't care that happened to a teammate. He just said, thank God it was not me for once. Scotty looking to pull away. We got 5.5 left to play. Here comes Clay Christopherson. Took advantage of the early hiccup. Battling for P2, Matt Barber. Where's he going to go? Where you're not. Barber protects the bottom. Putt-Putt upstairs. Cuts down. Big run. Side by side. Oh, boy. Putt-Putt. What's he do? Slide job. Comes across. 4 laps to play. 8th to 2nd, and we're only halfway. Jeff Barker behind the 76 of Ryland Banks, reeling him in a little bit. See the 76? Looks like he got some serious toe damage. That thing did not look straight whatsoever. No way is that thing handling like it did at the start of this race. It's amazing he's even holding off the 513. That is, man, I am seriously, I am all but speechless. Unbelievable what Ryland Banks is doing with that race car. Shouldn't be a surprise here. Clay got the P2 at the halfway point. Scott Rayom maybe feeling the pressure here. Scotty not feeling too hot. He has his teammate. Slide job. Comes across. White flag waves. 1 lap to play. Matt Barber looking for P2. Barber slides up the racetrack. Rayom cuts back underneath. Gets a little loose though, and he's going to run out of time. Clay Christopherson off of 4. Sees the checkered flag wave. Heat race number 2 goes to Putt-Putt. Barber, Rayom, Banks, Parker, Ross, Brewer, and Grandy. Starting grid, heat race number 3, row 4 to the outside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio. To the inside, the 93 of Butters, Jason Butterfield. Row 3 to the outside, the 35 of Harold Plump. To the inside, the deuce of Alec Hoover. Row 2 to the high side, the 280 of Jeff Sharp. To the inside, the 26 of Maverick Seidel. And row 1 for your third and final heat race for your Hawks Garage 358 Modifieds. To the outside, the 23 of William Watson. And starting on the pole, the 55 of Mr. Wednesday Night, Brian Sr. Hate doing this now, but I'm just being honest with myself. If I don't do it now, I won't do it at all. I'll forget. So let's just go ahead and see how easy that is. Let's go back because we need to remove it from here. Messed up doing this before. Learn the hard way, brother. And shut her down like Detroit. Now we're ready to go. Look at that. Now, zoom camera. Voila. The drivers roll off at turn 2 for the final time. William Watson and Brian Morris Sr. set to pace the field to the green flag. Remember, all starts are on green, so this is where maybe advantage to the outside as we get later. But right now, bottom still clicking in 1 and 2. We'll see what Brian Moore can do. As we look to the Tennessee sky, the green flag's high. Let's make some dirt fly. Heat race number 3 is underway. Great jump there by William Watson on the outside. Looking to take an early lead. He does. Oh, looky here. Jeff Sharp coming with some scissors on the outside, trying to cut his way through. Brian Moore Sr. leaves him plenty of room, and Maverick Seidel stuck. Train going a little slow. Harold Klump, he's got the toy wound up. Move him into P4. No, Seidel coming back. Seidel gets around Klump. Now to the outside of Brian Moore Sr. As Mr. Wednesday Night slides up to the outside, shuts the door. Seidel with a big boy run. He takes the spot. Move Maverick up to P3. Harold Klump trying to monkey see, monkey do. But Brian Moore got a big run there, able to hold on. Harold Klump not done. He's got some help. Alec Uber trying to shove that 35 right on by. 4 laps to go as William Watson out front by a country mile here in Tennessee. Jeffrey Sharp, you know, he's not getting nervous, but he's starting to sweat, boy. Maverick Seidel starting to appear a lot closer in that mirror. The 26 has her wound up. Can Maverick get up here and schedule a play date, or is he going to run out of time? As William Watson tippy toes through 3 and 4, he sees 2 sticks in the air, 1 mile left to go here in Tennessee. Battle on behind. Seidel keeps taking peeks, trying to make him sweat, but William Watson says, you boys do what you want to do. White flag a-waving. Oh, no! Maverick Seidel outside wall, up and around. Can he keep her going? Brian Moore Sr., he has to tow. William Watson drives into 3 for the final time. He sees the checkered flag wave, and Bart wins heat race number 3. Jeff Sharp, Harold Klump, and Alec Uber. It looks like being slotted P4. Brian Moore Sr., Maverick Seidel, Jason Butterfield, and Michael Vecchio. Boy, oh boy, lost a lot of cars there on that final one, but stick around. Got a little warm-up video, and we're racing at Bristol when we come back here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season. Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026.
A little over 30 seconds to play before we take a look at your Hawks Garage 358 modified A-main starting lineup. Remember, Uncle Ronnie's out there looking for a snowmobile, so if we're selling one, you contact Uncle Ronnie because, we're getting some snow. He's got a play date here. Checkered flag waves on warm-ups. Here we go. 35 laps, I believe. Maybe 30. It is 30. It is 30. Thursday Night Thunder. It's 30. 30 laps to go play here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Let's get ready to take a look at your A-main starting lineup. Rounding out the field, row 12 to the outside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio to the inside, the 390 of Mike Brewer. Row 11 to the top shelf, the 122 of Brian Dickens to the inside, the 93 of Butters, Jason Butterfield. Row 10 to the high side, the 518 of 100 Grand, Joseph Grandy to the inside, the 213 of Michael Vitale. Row 9 to the high side, the deuce of Alec Uber to the inside, the 35 of Connor Ross. Row 8 to the outside, the 38 of Adam Flieger to the inside, the 26 of Maverick Seidel. Row 7 to the high side, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker to the inside, the Teddy Bear in the 09, Ted York. Row 6 to the outside, the 055 of Mr. Wednesday Night, Brian Moore Sr. to the inside, the 76 of Rylan Banks. Row 5 to the outside, the 015 of the Missile, Mike Stryker to the inside, the 35 of Harold Plum. Row 4 to the top shelf, the 4 of my homie, Scott Rayomi to the inside, the 066 of Mike Weeda. Row 3 to the outside, the 280 of Jeff Sharp to the inside, the 16 of Matt Barber. Row 2 to the outside, the 007 of the Sam Akonda, Sam Bachman to the inside, the 23 of Bart William Watson. And row 1 for your Hawks Garage 358 modified A-main to the outside, the 051 of Putt Putt, Clay Christopherson, and starting on the pole, the 5 of Sosa, Slide Job, Isaac Salas. Final time down the backstretch for the gang as we roll into 3 and 4. The Steve King Foundation pace car set to pull off. The green flag is high. We're gonna make some dirt fly. 30 laps. Your A-main is underway. Here we go, 2 by 2. Clay Christopherson trying to see what he can do on the outside. Not enough to get to the door of Isaac Salas, who leads lap number 1 easily. Isaac Salas looking to pull away. Clay Christopherson says, oh, hang on, hold your horses, brother. Swings it down on the inside, makes up a little bit of time, but the 5 cracks the can open and goes going down the backstretch with a big old run. Isaac Salas gonna love hearing this too, because here comes Sam Bachman looking to go to work on his teammate, battling behind. That ought to slow those boys down. Mr. Wednesday Night sends it in. We got contact behind. Maverick Seidel getting beat in the left rear. We're 4 wide behind. Joseph Grandy goes down to the inside. Dickens gets sideways. He hangs on to it. Boy, oh boy, we continue somehow. Everybody behaving themselves towards the front here. It's when we fall back to about right here. That man, oh man, the gloves come off. Scott Rayon makes some contact with Matt Barber. Couldn't tell if Scotty came up or Barber came down. Either way, Scotty wins this time. And Barber puts him on the list as Jeff Sharp gets a little loose on the inside. He now sees Mike Stryker get a run, but oh, the strut gets a shot from Brian Moore Sr. Good save. Maverick Seidel looking to capitalize. He gets one. Can't get more than that. Gonna have to fall in line. No, Harold Klump, he fills the gap on the outside. Caution flag gonna wave for the first time. Alec Uber and Brian Dickens involved, I believe. Let's see if we can't maybe get a better look here at what happened now. I did not. Oh, thank God. The NASCAR blimp camera works. I forgot. This is the camera I forgot to edit. You can see, Uber comes back up the racetrack, and Dickens was just there. That's going to be one of those where, you know, if you can, you try to lift to race another day there. It's just too late, going too fast down the straightaways here at Bristol. They continue, they lock in, make contact. Brian Dickens takes the lonely trip down pit road. Alec Uber had to tow. He still sits on pit road. We get ready to line them up and do it all over again here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. We'll have to do our job, too, and kind of focus on those caution lights, because I don't know if they can or if they will, but there's a possibility, you know, they shorten cautions here with it being a NASCAR style track. It makes you do that extra lap, I think. So I'm not too sure how they'll play that out. Just make sure, you're aware here if we have a little bit of a hiccup. Billy Flyer chimed in out there. He's not in here tonight. Yeah, that's one we're missing. We're missing him. We're missing Pino from the FTM gang. But I would say the teammates repping pretty well. Repping pretty well. Second, third, fourth, and fifth. Isaac Salas. I mean, boy, oh boy. You know, got the legs stuck in a bear trap here. Let's see, are we coming to the start-finish line this time? I think we are, yeah. Should get the one to green this time, Bob. As we indeed do. Blake Christopherson knows he needs to get a better start than he had at the beginning of this thing, and it's going to be much harder. You know, we're not going on green. Isaac Salas, he's your leader. He's earned the right to restart this race. That's the way it works. Restarts will be on leader. I imagine any time after the pace car gets on pit road, as you take a look to the Tennessee sky, the green flag is high. We're going to make some dirt fly. We're back underway here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Scott Rayon on the bottom looking to make it 3 wide there. He's got Mr. Excitement to the top shelf. That's Matt Barber. Isaac Salas blinks a little bit. Clay Christopherson has a hiccup. He lets Sam go on by. You got to think maybe there's a little strategy to that. Sam may be the quicker car at this point in time. You know, let your teammate go up there, try to play with him, and maybe race a little too hard with him. And then you go up there, you get the meat that's left on the bone, which ends up being P1 with about 3 or 4 to go. We'll have to see if that strategy plays out. Meanwhile, the strut He sees 3 wide in front of him. Mike Stryker trying to get that missile in the middle, 3 wide, but William Watson shot out of a cannon. And we are back under caution. We got 4 cars involved in this one. Let's go up to the TV tower for this one to kind of see if we can get an outside view of what happened. Because Grandy is registered involved in this. Okay, yeah, so he goes up, he gets into the left rear of the 055. Flieger gets caught up in it. It says Brewer is involved, but maybe he's involved there with a little tap. Because I'm not seeing Brewer get any major piece of this. Let's ride on board with him. I feel like that's a pretty, this is what you want to do in a situation like this. Oh, never mind. I wasn't paying attention. Holy crap. No, he got a big piece of that. You talk about, this is probably my biggest bonehead moment I've ever had. There's Mike Brewer. Wasn't even close to checking up for that. He didn't have a chance. My, oh my. Almost ended up in the back seat. Oh my God. Well, I tried, Mike. I tried to paint a good picture, but the in-car camera, not gonna lie there. I mean, definitely not his fault. We're not gonna make an example. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I do know why you're not here this week. Was it in this car? Or did you get it from everything? Naughty, naughty, naughty. Alrighty. Lights go off here. Should be going back racing this time. Oh, Butters shoots down to the inside. He pulls off. He's had enough of the Bristol Motor Speedway. Take a look to the sky. The green flag's high. Let's make some dirt fly. Good jump by Isaac on the outside. Out to an early lead once again. Bachman, Christopherson side by side for P2. Scott Rayome gets a good run on the outside. This goes so wide there. You can see that all red number 4. It's a big run, but boy, oh boy, man, long way around for these 358s. Now Clay Christopherson goes for the hike, but Matt Barber drives around him. The 16 doing what he can to go for this win. Matt Barber, welcome back to the podium. Here comes the snake, the Samaconda, in the 007. This is as close as we've seen anybody to Isaac Salas after a restart. Can this thing stay green? Can he find a way to wrap himself around the 5? No, he wraps himself into the outside wall. Bachman, big mistake. Here comes Matt Barber. Sam Bachman hoping he didn't damage that race car, but we got battling behind as well. The strut sees some 2x2 in front of him. That's Mike Stryker and Jeff Sharp. Jeff on the outside. Now William and Scotty battle. Scott Rayome, slide job, comes up the racetrack. William Watson, he stays in line. Boy, what a top 5 would mean for the 4 of Scott Rayome, who's got a pretty good run going here. Maybe need a caution to go get a couple more spots. Is Isaac Salas. He blinks. I noticed him hopping around on your leaderboard. No big deal right now. No big deal right now. But boy, oh boy. You know, you got a car to the inside of you. That could become a big deal awfully fast. William taking a peek one more time. Can't do it. Here comes Connor Ross. The driver of the 035 on the bottom. Daddy's money. trying to pick some more up here. Mike Stryker drives it in deep, clean straight to 15. Proven to be too much. He is on rails on the outside of turns 3 and 4. Isaac Salas extending his lead here. Almost up to a full second with 9 laps to go. Can Sam Bachman get to the back door and kick it in? I just don't know. Not a lot of time. William Watson looking back for P5. William Watson right on the deck lid of his teammate in that Porsche, Scott Rayome. The problem is he's right on that deck lid. Can't go through your teammate. Gotta find a way around. Looks to the inside. Can't get the drive. 7 laps to go this time. Connor Ross gets by Brian Moore Sr. We got a dive by Maverick Seidel behind. Couldn't find a way by the strut. He tried to send it. Now here comes Joseph Grandy looking for a little piece of the pie. Grandy gets in line. He's going to need Maverick to have a little hiccup here if he wants to get this done. Mike Stryker swinging it under Jeff Sharp. He flies up the racetrack. But right now, you just need that run off the outside, and the 513 showing you that. Here comes Jeff Barker beating on the back door. What can the Brewerton Beast do? William takes a peek. Rayome gets in the outside wall. Scotty got to lick the paws here and try to get the feet back underneath him as Rayome takes back over Watson takes over P5. Isaac Salas continues to lead the way, this time by 2 laps left to play at the Bristol Motor Speedway, 1 mile in Tennessee. Isaac Salas, I said it in the heat race, doing what he's done so many times as the white flag waves, 1 lap to go. Isaac Salas gets quick time in our qualifying session. Has the start, P4 heat race number 1. Wastes no time at all. Gets to the lead, and now he gets to celebrate in victory lane. Salsa brings home the win at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Bachman P2. Barber rounds out the podium in a 3 wide across the line from Wida, Grandy, and Seidel there. Let's take a look at your race results. When they do become available. There we should be going. There we go. Clay Christopherson brings it home 4th. William Watson rounds out the top 5. Rayome, Sharp, Stryker, Barker, Ross, your top 10. Mr. Wednesday Night, Vitale, Wida, Grandy, Seidel, Banks, York, Klump, Flieger, and Brewer, your top 20. Rest of your field, Vecchio, Butterfield, Uber, and Dickens. Let's see here if we can get a word with our drivers on the podium, and well, it would help if we made the results go away. Then we will hunt for Mr. Excitement, Matt Barber. Oh boy, man. I'll tell you, an eventful race. You know, it may not seem like it to the people watching, but lots of battles going on there. I could see you got shoved out early, fell back to, I want to say maybe 6th, maybe as far as 7th. But, man, you kept the head down. You worked under those guys and persevered to the podium. How are we feeling after that run?
Oh, I can't complain. I had a good race. Had fun running with the guys as always. So I'm pretty happy.
Now, is there anything, obviously, once you get to P3, it's always a coulda, woulda, shoulda. Those guys were a little up the road, but I mean, a late race caution, does that do the 16 any favors? You think you had anything for those guys?
Um, could have. I was out getting pretty good restarts and 1 and 2, getting better grip than other people it seemed. But I don't know. Yeah, it happens, and I'm pretty happy with third, anyways.
Well, I'll tell you what, no better paint scheme for this Biffle design to be on a podium than here at Bristol.
I
Congratulations.
know.
Yeah, congratulations. It looks good. It definitely does. I mean, this is the place for it. Congratulations, Matt. You got anybody you want to thank?
All the guys in Discord, the Coast to Coast League for putting this on, Hawks Garage, of course, you, Shaggy, for putting on the awesome broadcast as always, and of course, congrats to Isaac for winning and Samuel for getting second.
Hey, well, good luck here in the big box, brother. We'll be rooting for you.
Thank you.
Matt Barber bringing home P3, and now we're going to talk to the whip cracking 007 of Sam Bachman, who it seemed like, Sammy, you were right there, and commentators curse a little bit. You overdrive, and we're actually watching it right now. I mean, what are the odds? You overdrive there a little bit coming out of 2, slap the wall, and it just seemed like from there, I mean, not able to really get back into rhythm. But talk to us about your race.
Oh yeah, like you're saying, yeah, I hit that wall or whatever. But before that, I felt pretty good and maybe could have contested Isaac a little bit, but it would have been pretty hard to pass. But it seemed like right after I hit that wall or whatever, it just pulled me right out of my groove, and I could really never fully get back in it.
Now, obviously, they can be difficult, especially, with the double file being on the outside, or whichever line he chooses. You got to kind of watch. But do you think a late race restart after you getting in the wall would have been beneficial, or do you think he was just too smooth for you to get him?
Oh, it definitely could have been beneficial. I mean, he could have pulled Isaac a little out of his groove too, but it's pretty hard to do that. I mean, he's pretty quick everywhere, so. But overall, it felt like a pretty good race, so you can't complain.
Well, hey, at the end of the day, you bring home a P2. Congratulations, Sammy. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, all the boys over at FTM, Gunnar at Swan Speed Shop. He's really been working hard on the dig. Dean over at Super Dirt Car Series, Expert Installation, ShaggyTV, and Vertex Graphics.
Well, hell of a run, Sammy. Congratulations on the P2. Can't wait to talk to you again.
Thank you, sir.
Now, he thanked me at least, but he didn't thank MDI TV, which I was going to say, you got MDI TV, you don't got Shaggy TV on there. Well, this guy's got it on there, and that's probably what made it go a little faster. Isaac Salas bringing home the win, brother. I mean, Jesus. You want me to just repeat myself from 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago? Which one? I mean, you lead every damn lap you give it a chance to tonight, basically. I mean, you get to the front in heat race number 1, I think 2 laps in after starting 4th. You qualify P1. I mean, Jesus. Did this race win any better for you tonight? This thing was on rails.
No, it was awesome, man. I'll tell you what, it's actually super funny. I got into the parking lot, for the apartment here at 5:53, and so by the time I changed, and
I mentioned you just registering literally right before qualifying. I saw you sneak in as the 24th driver. I was watching that hard to see if we'd have a B main or not, and I saw you sneak in. That terrible. Was crazy. So you had no practice at all, basically.
No, not at all. Not at all. But it was fun though. I mean, it was a good track. It got actually pretty, slicked off a little bit where you had to be kind of, I don't know what you would want to say, almost perfect in 1 and 2 to, to start the night off good. And, a lot of it came from that heat race and just realizing that, underneath the slick in 1 and 2 was really good. And, I just kind of tried to manipulate that all through the night. I think I ran bottom 1 and 2, all the way through the feature as well. And, it just gets so rough in the 358s. There's just not enough power to really get around the top. And yeah, I mean, 3 and 4 was a little bit different. You could actually run the middle and, probably closer to the wall than I was in all reality. But, yeah, I mean, just seeing that little thing kind of, in my qualifying and then in the heat race, and knowing that it was probably going to hold on for most of the night was a big factor for me to win this one.
Well, man, you're perfect so far. Let's see if you can keep it up here in the big blocks. I think we'll see a little more tippy-toeing on the outside, but we'll have to see. Congratulations here, winning your Hawks Garage 358 Modified. You got anybody you want to thank, brother?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I appreciate it. The boys over at Venom Racing, Dean and Super Dirt Car Series, Magnum Race Designs, JRB Designs for that basically like inverted car from the big block, the orange and blue one. It's actually just pink and blue in all reality. So it turned out really cool. Made sure to get your logo on it. Don't you worry. But yeah, I mean, other than that, thanks to RSN Trackside, Mission 22, Top Notch Trucking, you with Shaggy TV, Reed's Home Inspections. Who did you say the sponsor for this division was? Was it Hawks?
Yeah, Hawks Garage. It's Uncle Ron,
Hawks
Mike
Garage?
Brewer's uncle. Yep.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys for getting this broadcasted as well. I know that it's a big thing, man, to get these. And my Gramps is always watching. He texted me, so say hi to Gramps. Yeah, other than that, Mom, Dad for watching, Miss Kelser for letting me do this, and yeah, good runs to. Sorry, Charlie's freaking out. Good runs to Mr. Matt and Mr. Sam.
Hey, hell of a run, brother. Keep it up. Some momentum track, and you've got all of it. Good luck.
Thanks, Zach. Appreciate it.
Isaac Salas, your winner here, dominated the A main, led every single lap, I believe. And we're going to step away real quick, and then we'll be right back with your Village House Coffee Big Block Modified. Stick around on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
It's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Gets on the champion, trying to be a bit of a hiatus. So let's get.
Tonight when we talked about it.
outpouring of love was amazing. These dollars had come together to support us, and we realized, no, we didn't want to use them for us. We wanted to use them to help others.
The foundation has done so much for so many people. It helps any family that has somebody, whether it be a crew member or one of the drivers, that get hurt. We can help them to get through the situation.
I was injured in a non-wing sprint car accident that broke my neck and left me with a spinal cord injury. I was in the hospital 8 months, and that got really, really expensive. So having that extra help to help push me and my family forward was a big deal.
I was involved in a pretty gnarly sprint car crash. Found out my brain was swelling and bleeding. Pelvic bone was broken. I had 2 cracked vertebrae on my back, and I was in the ICU a little over a week. The Steve King Foundation reached out to my parents. We received a donation from them. Immediately, they started me on what's called neurofeedback, and insurance did not cover the neurofeedback appointments. So we received another donation from the Steve King Foundation. It really helped a lot, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to the Steve King Foundation for everything that they have done for me. This last Sunday, I got to turn laps in my modified here. That was my first laps back in a race car since the accident, and I truly believe that if it wasn't for the Steve King Foundation, I wouldn't be able to do that or be where I'm at today.
Yes, Steve's death is the reason the foundation exists, but it's Steve's life, and it's the lives of racers everywhere, is the reason we're able to do the work we do.
It's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Gets on the champion. Trying to be a bit of a hiatus, so let's get.
Tonight we'll be talking about it.
Alrighty, we are back live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network, and well, of course, I just realized I got to refresh it on your side. I'm sorry, I don't know what was going on with the broadcasting software. Or the leaderboard stuff that you're seeing. I kept trying to turn it on, and it said it could not validate my subscription, and I don't owe them money again until November 2026. And then all of a sudden, try number 5, it decided to work, so I don't know if they had a little bit of a problem or what the deal was, but I guess it let a couple more people join. And speaking of people joining, what's up, Connor? Got a friend up here.
Not much. Didn't realize you were broadcasting. I was all bored and alone and figured I'd jump up here with you.
Yeah, and it's smart. You know, I always said, you know, I'm going to be on, I can be honest now. I always said, like, with Marty, you know, I was like, Marty, if you want anybody to talk when I'm not racing, if you need help, you know, I'll always come. And I secretly did that selfishly, Connor. You know, then you get to hear, that was back in the days where you didn't know where people were qualifying. So I'd get to hear Marty describe it and all sorts of whatnot as Alec Uber comes with the green flag here. Lap number 1 underway. See what the Deuce can do. Looks pretty good. Straight line off the 2. Ran a little bit of a cut down. Alec gets a little sideways, though, in 3 and 4, and he's going to watch a lot of the lap wash away as I sneeze, so that's not going to be the only one. I will try to mute every time. But William Watson, he's your quick time with a 16.18. William, always good in the big blocks. Can he find more time? Purple sector 2. William Watson does improve with a 16.15 as a half a tenth on the man in P2, Joseph Grandy in the 5.18. Maverick Seidel. Oh, Grandy decided to scrap that lap as Maverick Seidel. He was purple sector 1. Where did Maverick go? Crosses the line. P2. Maverick Seidel with a heck of a lap. Pulled that one out of nowhere. Sam Bachman coming around for the final time. The 007. Got the stars and bars here tonight. Bachman, where's he going to qualify? P11. Connor Ross rolling out a 4 for the final time. He picks up time through sector 2, but it's not enough. Stay P17. And well, Connor, this isn't any news to you, but you better get out the shovel. You got your work cut out for you here.
No kidding. I don't know what it is. Even in the 358 race, just didn't get a good time trial session, but that's okay.
Let's take a look here. Ooh, only 2 heat races. I like the sound of that at a long Bristol racetrack. Row 5 to the outside, the Deuce of Alec. Uber to the inside, the 035 of Daddy's Money, Connor Ross. Row 4 to the outside, the 93 of Butters. Jason Butterfield to the inside, the 38 of Adam Flieger. Row 3 to the outside, the 051 of Clay Christopherson. To the inside, the 8 of Scott Thomason. And row 2 to the outside, the 23 of William Watson. To the inside, the 16 of Matt Barber, who just reappeared. We have to call him the Magic Man, is row 1 for heat race number 1. To the outside, the 5 of Salsa. Isaac Salison starting on the pole. The 213 of Mike Vitale. Alrighty. Interesting point here, Connor. The racetrack, I guess, did get a little wear on it with my computer issues, but not near as many laps on this racetrack. You think that means it's going to be a little bit till we can go to the outside, or do you think you're going to be able to get there early?
Not 100% sure. I haven't raced at Bristol in so long, so I'm not really familiar with how the track races when it's tacky or not. I'm sure you'll want to be around the bottom, but I genuinely just don't know.
Cars head down the backstretch here for the final time at the Bristol Motor Speedway as that Steve King Foundation pace car set to make the trip down pit road as we take a look to the Tennessee sky. The green flag is high. Let's make some dirt fly. Heat race number 1 is underway. Side-by-side battle for the lead. Isaac Salas holding firm there in the middle. Gets the run off the outside. He takes the early lead. William Watson trying to follow the 5 around. Middle line looks like it's the place to be unless you get running to the outside wall. William Watson, he's got to lick the paws, try to recover. Clay Christopherson. Boy, oh boy, that car, talk about being cockeyed. I don't know how he is driving that 51 machine. I mean, that thing is aimed towards the fans the whole way around this place. Unbelievable he's able to keep it straight. It's the 213 of Michael Vitale looking to protect here. Matt Barber barreling down in the 16. Barber finished P3. In your 358 modifieds, knows how to get it done at this racetrack. But he knows here, only 2 heat races. I mean, right now, this is the difference of starting it. Oh, never mind. Gets into the back of the 213. Now he's got to get on the binder. He's going to lose 1. Loses 2. William Watson around on the outside. Here comes Scott Thomason. Everybody running the stars and bars now. Thomason in the red, white, and blue machine. Tippy-toeing, looks to the cut down. Can't find a good enough run to really go full send here. He's got to go to work if he wants to get Vitale. 2 laps to go. Isaac Salas once again trying to stink up the show. Thomason stuck in the middle there of 3, almost 4 cars as here comes the 16. Reeling them back in as the white flag waves. 1 more trip around the Bristol Motor Speedway. Isaac Salas easily going to win this thing. The battle, though, for 3rd, undecided. William Watson throws it up across. He's going to bring it home in P3, but Isaac Salas wins heat race number 1, followed by Vitale, Watson, Thomason, Barber, Flieger, Ross, Butterfield, Uber, and Putt-Putt brings it home at the tail end. We take a look at the starting grid for heat race number 2, rounding out the field, the 147 of Michael Vecchio. Row 4 to the outside, the 4 of my homie, Scott Raomi to the inside, the 09 of the Teddy Bear, Ted York. Row 3 to the top shelf, the 007 of the Samaconda, Sam Bachman to the inside, the 280 of Jeff Sharp. Row 2 to the high side, the 26 of Maverick Seidel to the inside, the 518 of 100 grand, Joseph Grandin. Row 1 for heat race number 2, final heat race here for your boy. Adam Flieger will be back for the late models. To the outside, the 35 of Harold Klump, and starting on the pole, the 390 of Mike Brewer. Now, I just now realized something. We're going to blame Connor, even though, not his job to look at the broadcast, but in the fray of things, we forgot to put Village House Coffee up there as our sponsorship for the Big Block Modified. Shame on me, dang it. What were you thinking, Connor?
Say it again. Sorry, I'm not gonna lie. I was on my phone. That was a terrible job by me.
Well, I was just blaming you for not telling me that I don't have the right sponsor on my screen. You're supposed to be double checking these things.
You're right. You're right. Sorry. That was my fault. I did not see it from here in Canada, as we are in Tennessee. And, just couldn't really get a good look at it.
Now, I want the truth here, Connor, because, dude, I always call it like that. And if the track isn't racy, then so be it. But it seemed like in heat race number 1, guy kind of needed to make a mistake if you wanted to get a pass done. Doesn't seem too racy at the moment.
No, 1,000%. I was trying to get down to the bottom of Adam and just couldn't. And then it's just so fast. Like, as soon as you get loose, you kind of screw yourself a little bit.
Green flag waves here. Heat race number 2 is underway. Brewer and Seidel make a little contact. Brewer tightened up. Seidel tried to go around the outside. Door closed. Maverick Seidel, now he's going to have to pick up the pieces in the A-main. Mike Brewer tries to defend 3rd. Jeff Sharp can't get it done on the bottom.
Grandy loved what he's seen there, as he was able to pick a few cars off there by just hugging the bottom and staying out of trouble.
Yeah, that's the name of the game sometimes, man. Just staying out of trouble. And oh boy, Brewer able to maintain the trouble, I would say. He gets a little contact there in the beginning, but all in all, just losing the 2 spots, Connor. We know that could have went a lot worse. That could have been a big pile up here. It happens fast.
No, it definitely could be. As he started to wheel Grandy and the leader back in there, and he still is as the 35 slips up on exit.
And depending on how this battle goes, might make it a 3-way up here for the lead. Mike Brewer gets into the back of the 518, who was checking up. Scott Rayome gets a big piece. All of a sudden, the teddy bear squeezes his way into P3. Ted York. Boy, oh boy, a good run for him and Michael Vecchio. They've just minded their own business.
Sometimes, like you said, it's the name of the game. Just got to mind your own business, and the cards can fall right for you.
You got to think now, Harold Klump, barring a miracle, as he rolls off of turn 3, now 4, comes to the charity stripe, 2 laps to go. Grandy is not going to catch him in 1 mile, not without a mistake. And the same can be said for Ted York. 1, 2, 3, pretty well decided. And I don't think Bachman's going to get the Vecchio either here. Connor, this one may be over as the white flag waves.
Yeah, it definitely looking to be that way, but all it takes is one slip up and tag the wall the wrong way, and it's a lot different.
Final time off before Harold Klump. He's going to win heat race number 2, followed by Grandy, York, Bachman, Vecchio, Sharp, Rayome, Brewer, and Seidel. Stick around for your Village House Coffee, A-Main, here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season. Thank you to our sponsors and partners.
We are back live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Little over 45 seconds left to go here before we get a peek at our Village House Coffee A-Main starting lineup. Connor, P2 right now. How's the racetrack feel?
It's good. It's you can kind of work a slider line in 1 and 2 under the slick. 3 and 4 is just starting to get a little slicker on entry, so it's still pretty wide open wherever you want to run there. I think it's going to be tough because the top, especially in a big block, is really, really dominant and fast. But we have seen that, like that 358 race, you could get double file and run the ultra bottom, but I think it's just too tacky for that right now.
Well, practice comes to a close, Connor. You know Discord screws me, so I gotta mute up. I'll unmute myself after we do this grid, but good luck, brother.
Thank you.
The sounds get quiet, the checkered flag waves. That means it's time to take a look at your Village House Coffee A-Main starting lineup. Rounding out the field. Inside of row 10, the 051 of Putt Putt. Clay Christopherson, row 9 to the outside, the 26 of Maverick Seidel to the inside, the deuce of Alec Uber. Row 8 to the high side, the 390 of Mike Brewer to the inside, the 93 of Butters. Jason Butterfield. Row 7 to the top shelf, the 4 of my homie Scott Rayomi to the inside, the 035 of Connor Ross. Row 6 to the top shelf, the 280 of Jeff Sharp to the inside, the 38 of Adam Flieger. Row 5 to the outside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio to the inside, the 16 of Matt Barber. Row 4 to the top shelf, the 007 of the Samaconda, Sam Bachman to the inside, the 8 of Scott Thomason. Row 3 to the high side, the Teddy Bear in the 09, Ted York to the inside, the 23 of Bart William Watson. And row 2 to the outside, the 518 of 100 grand, Joseph Grandy to the inside, the 213 of Michael Vitale. In row 1 for your Village House Coffee, big block modified A-Main to the outside, the 35 of Harold Plump, and starting on the pole, the 5 of Salsa Slide Job, Isaac Salas. As the drivers pace down the backstretch for the final time, the Steve King Foundation pace car set the pull off. You take a look at that Tennessee sky. The green flag is high. Let's make some dirt fly. Your Village House Coffee A-Main is underway. Contact right away. Car around. We got a big stack up. Butters, Vecchio sideways. No caution flag waves. We continue. Boy, oh boy. Flagman feeling a little lazy here as Isaac Salas leads lap number 1. Joseph Grandy trying to find a way around Harold Klump here. He's flirting for P2, but it seems like you want to be on that tippy top outside, high and wide right now. As Harold gets a big run, well, Joseph says, hey, not so fast. He's the master of the right foot here. Throttle control for the 518. He's not going away. He had his chance to fit in line. Swung it down one more time. Slide job making money through 3 and 4. Boy, oh boy. Might be turning into a top 1 and 2. Slide job 3 and 4 is, man. Sam Bachman now trying his best down there. He can't get the run off, and Connor Ross is, hang on, Sammy, I'm home. I'm on the outside. Daddy's money tiptoes on by. Connor Ross up to P9. 4 spots here in the early stages. Matt Barber up 4 spots as well. He's riding behind the 213 of Michael Vitale. He's got William Watson in his back pocket, trying to go to work. As Grandy flirting for the lead. Isaac Salas trying to win this one for Gramps, but I don't know if that's going to be enough here. Isaac Salas, he is going to have to get dirty. He is going to have to shut that inside down as Grandy blinks away. The 518 comes back to life. But boy, oh boy, you talk about a shock to the system there for Isaac Salas. Not what he wants to see. Matt Barber sees the outside open up. He's trying to work that 16 on by. Oh, boy, do it for the Biff. In the 16, Matt Barber, high, wide, handsome. He gets the run, tags the wall, side by side one more time. Scott Thomason working that 8 machine underneath William Watson, but William able to get the run off, shut the door. Matt Barber on up the P4. How many rungs can he get on the ladder? Grandy continues to take swings, keeping it interesting here up at the front with 20 laps to go. Can Joseph Grandy find a way to get around that 5? He is making up so much time there, but he just can't slide up and get the outside on exit. And that's where Isaac playing textbook defense. Maybe not the quickest, but he is the smoothest. No mistakes out of this 5. Grandy back to the inside, side by side. Isaac's got it at the line. Connor Ross picks off one more. He gets around the teddy bear. Now he thinks about making it 3 wide. Scott Thomason on the outside. Ted York on the bottom. Too good of a run for Scott. Connor falls back in line. But the teddy bear gives him a big squeeze. Almost beats him to the line. Ted York, textbook on the bottom here in that 09 machine. Oh, car in the outside wall. That's Adam Flieger able to keep it straight, gets it down. If we didn't damage that right front, Scott Rayome, now he gets a piece of the wall as he tries to work around the outside of Jeff Sharp. My homie, Scott Rayome, looking to get that spot back, but it's not as easy as he'd like it to be. The 28 on absolute rails, Jeff Sharp not missing a beat. 3 wide, Harold Klump, he checked up out of that. Smart man lives to play another day in that 35. That could have got nasty. Harold Klump falls in line, watches William Watson do his thing on the tippy top. Through 3 and 4, once again through 1 and 2. Here comes Connor Ross. Bottom 3 wide. We make contact. Vitale goes up the racetrack, giving the 35 plenty of room here this time. Connor's got him at the line. Looks on the bottom, battle of the 35s. Harold Klump gets a shot from Vitale. Connor Ross, clear, clear, clear. Moved Daddy's money inside the top 5. William Watson trying to get on the bottom step of the podium here. Mr. Excitement beating down the outside cushion. Matt Barber, man on a mission, battle for the lead. Joseph Grandy, he's got it at the line. Want to run on the bottom of 3 and 400 grand. Flashes the cash, slide job. Isaac Salas back to the bottom through 3 and 4. Uh-oh, now you showed Isaac the goodies downstairs. Isaac Salas back out front. 9 laps left to play. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Isaac Salas. Oh, he has to run the bottom. All feature. Grandy flashed his hand, showed him it could be done. And now Isaac Salas says, Grandy, do it on the outside. Joseph Grandy continues to take peeks here, but battle still on for 3rd is William Watson looking to prevail. Bart on the outside, hammered down in that FDM 23. He takes over P3. Matt Barber slides up the racetrack. They almost make contact. Somehow William able to drive around that outside as Scott Rayome finally able to get around Jeff Sharp. We watched that battle about 10 laps ago. Finally able to clear him. Good move. Bachman to the outside of the teddy bear. You may be wondering, hey, what's going on with the battle for the lead? Well, there is no battle for the lead. Isaac Salas got shown the bottom, pulling away 0.8 of a second up the road, over 100 grand. Who's got a big gap between him and Barber, who is able to get back around Watson. Three laps to go. As Matt Barber tries to hold off William Watson, Connor Ross wants him to start battling a little bit. He's right there in the top of your picture. If they mix it up, he may be able to go flirt, but I just don't know. Only 1 mile to go here in the hills of Tennessee. Isaac Salas, one heat race, number 1. And boy, oh boy, he is looking to sweep tonight. Get out the broom, Arlen. Here comes your grandson, Isaac Salas, down the backstretch for the final time. Off of 4, Isaac Salas sweeps the show in the modifieds here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Joseph Grandy, P2, and Matt Barber. Welcome back to the podium, the 16 of Matt Barber. I mean, if you just put Sam Bachman in P2, we literally have the same podium here again. Let's go ahead and take a look at these final race results. If it is going to go to the feature, do I have the feature? Okay, thank you. William Watson coming on P4, side by side at the line with Matt Barber. Connor Ross, P5. Sam Bachman, Michael Vitale, Ted York, Harold Klump, and Scott Thomason round out your top 10. And let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of your, there was only 19. We have the rest of our field. Thomason, Rayom, Sharp, Christofferson, Seidel, Flieger, Brewer, Vecchio, Butterfield, and Alec Uber. Well, Connor, nothing wrong with bringing home Hard Charger.
No, that was a lot of fun, actually. Holy crap. I wasn't expecting the bottom to hook up, and when I think it was Ted York and I were side by side for about 15 laps, and finally I got clear of him. I'm like, I got to go down to the bottom. He showed it to me, and can't thank him enough for that. But thank you for letting me come up. I got to run.
All right. Well, yeah, you go catch your breath, man. 30 laps green flag. That ain't easy.
No, sir. We'll see you next week, Zach. Thank you.
Connor Ross dipping out of here, but we're bringing one in. We've got Mr. Excitement, Matt Barber. It's almost like you just did this in the 358 modifieds. How we feeling, brother?
That's like the hardest spot, third place I've ever done. That was insane racing between me and Watson. I loved that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, even coming to the line, you guys are side by side. It seemed like back and forth, back and forth. What made you be able to hook up there on the bottom at the end and, you know, kind of get back by him? Because it looked when William got by you with, I want to say, 5 or 6 laps to go, you know, he had cleared you. I thought that was going to be all she wrote, man, but you kept on beating at the door.
It was, I don't know, running the high side. It just kept getting slower and slower, and he was a lot better than me on the high side. And I was watching Isaac and Joseph at the front there start to run the bottom, and I watched Joseph go by Isaac at the bottom, so I tried it, and it was actually, it came in really quick.
Yeah, and well, you got the show there. He showed Isaac the bottom, and then Isaac decided to drive away. But boy, oh boy, man, those last couple laps, you guys were definitely the show. And I mean, all the way coming to the line, wasn't sure who was going to bring home P3, but man, you had enough. You held on, and you lived up to the nickname perfectly there, Mr. Barber. Congratulations on the back-to-back podiums here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. You got anybody you want to thank?
Of course, Village House Coffee for sponsoring the race, and again, you, Shaggy, for putting on the broadcast. I also got to thank, of course, Tyler Bowman and Vertex Graphics for knocking this wrap out of the park. I think everybody's a huge fan of it, and you can see why. I mean, everybody loves it. I just get nonstop comments on it, and it's I'm pretty happy. Yeah,
Tyler is so selfless. I didn't even realize that till you said Vertex Graphics. He put that logo so small Shame on him. He should get himself more business. Because you're exactly right, man. This thing is amazing looking. And look, he just hides it in there. Oh, that kid. We're going to have to give him L for that one.
Yeah, no, it was just kind of a random thought one day after the event happened with Greg and his family, and I'm just like, well, I mean, I'm number 16, and he was number 16. I mean, it kind of works out, and I'm glad I did it. It feels pretty good doing that.
No, yeah, and I mean, like you said, it not only feels good, it looks good, brother. I mean, he knocked that thing out of the park. So hopefully we get that thing on the podium a couple more times here next week, Matt, as well. Keep the momentum rolling. Congratulations, brother. Can't wait to talk to you again.
Absolutely. Thank you, Shaggy.
Matt Barber bringing home P3, and now we get to talk to the man who, well, there's no nice way to say this. I know that stings. Boy, oh boy, you get the flirt with the bottom, you find it when it's fast, and he times it up to get back to the bottom, and man, you tried to go to the outside, try to make it work, but bottom just came in at the end, and really nothing you could do. But at the end of the day, P2, how we feeling, brother?
I feel good. It don't bother me a whole lot getting beat by Isaac. He beats me 99% of the time, so I'm used to it. But yeah, I knew it was going to be hard to keep the lead once I got by him because that's how obviously you can cut down and a little more speed. And then I tapped the wall a couple times, and then I knew it was over because he lose so much speed here at Bristol that he lose so much ground. It's kind of crazy.
No, I didn't. I forgot to even talk to Barber about it, but I mean, I didn't lay a jinx out on us tonight or anything like that. And it seemed like the 358, if I refresh my mind, I think we maybe had 2 caution flags. I mean, dude, how are we feeling even after muscling around this half-mile racetrack? I mean, that many laps, green flag, you got to be tired.
And the Bristol isn't too bad, honestly. If it was a smaller track, you get a break on the straightaways. But on the smaller tracks, I'm usually pretty sore if we get a long green run.
Well, man, you made Isaac work for it. You gave us a surprise there, led, I think, the 1 lap. But, man, not able to lead that final one. At the end of the day, a great run for P2. You got anybody you want to thank, Joseph?
Yeah, Aiden over at Raise the Bar, all the guys over at RMDB, Catalytic Recovery, Hinkle Homes, Mad Rabbit, Highland Cinematography, Shaggy TV, Reckless Raps, girlfriend Olivia, all the guys at Coast to Coast. Congrats on Isaac on the win, and appreciate you, man, for broadcasting.
Well, congratulations to the man who almost scored a perfect 500 in the RPES winner. He hit the 498. Great run tonight, Grandy.
Didn't last too long though, but yep. Hopefully, you racing the next one.
I am actually. Ted York is putting on a chili bowl at 9:00, and I'm gonna go run that in the midgets.
I'll make a decision here. I might run that myself.
Yeah. Midgets, no mirror at the chili bowl sounds fun. That's what I'm gonna go do.
All right, man. Good luck.
Joseph Grandy bringing home P2, and now we get to talk to the man of the hour here. Boy, oh boy. Isaac, and this is the perfect example. Sometimes it sucks to be out front. You try to stay where you're comfortable, but all of a sudden, Grandy comes creeping on the inside. He gets the pass done, but he makes one mistake. Lets you cross back underneath, and boy, oh boy, I mean, when this thing got to the bottom, this is no shot at Grandy, but dude, I mean, you were on rails. I don't know how you went down there lap number 1 and was perfect. 9 out of 10 people, if you're being honest, you even too sometimes, you run that outside, it's a whole different mentality, and you go down there, you had to be clutch, man, and you were. You didn't give it up again. How's it feel? I mean, you had to work for this one.
Yeah, man, I'm super thrilled with that one. You know as well as I do how fast Grandy is week in and week out, man. And, to battle him as well as I did. And, I could hear him every once in a while. And then obviously the spotter would tell me he was on the inside. And I was like, man, am I flown up too much or, what's going on here? And, yeah, I mean, once he showed me the line, like truly how low he was. And I was like, wow, man, I can't believe he's running, that low. It was pretty impressive. And, I went down there. I was, knowing that I had to basically make it work at that point. And, just ran it really well. And I was like, wow, this is this is nice. This is gripped up compared to where I was. So, running that, I was super thrilled and just tried to hit my marks as best as possible. And it all worked out.
Now, you can almost hear it in your voice, and, I'm not trying to assume things, but, when the guy's searching on your inside, you don't know what's going on. You lose a little bit of confidence, but it seems like to me, man, when you went down there and, you hit that perfectly, I mean, did we feel it again? Did the confidence come right back? Because, I mean, dude, you drove off. It was pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, no, you are right on the money, actually. It's funny that you say it exactly like that because, it was like, oh, am I messing up? Like, what am I doing wrong here? And when you finally hit that, kind of spot again, it's like, holy smokes, dude, that was fast. And like I said, just when you do something like that and you like realize how good it is down there and you just know that you got to hit your marks, I mean, it makes it so much worth it, to be honest with you. So a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, these ones, don't get me wrong. It's fun to do what you did there in the 358s and lead them all. But these ones, man, they're a little more satisfying when a guy gets back by you and you can best him at his own game. That was a hell of a show there, Isaac. Congrats on getting the broom out here in the modified, sweeping the Bristol Motor Speedway. Who we want to thank?
Yeah, I mean, like the usual, Venom Racing, Dean, the Super Dirt Car Series, Magnum Race Designs, JRB Designs, see how the schemes are different now. RSN Trackside, Mission 22, Top Notch Trucking, Reach Home Inspections, ShaggyTV with you, sir. I mean, other than that, just big thanks to Mom, Dad, Gramps, Miss Kelser for letting me race. It's blank in my mind. It's something coffee. Oh, gosh.
Village House Coffee.
There we go. Yeah, thank you to them as well. I'm going to try to make sure I start shouting you guys out a bunch as well because it means a lot to get these broadcasted. And, I mean, other than that, good run to Mr. Grandy and, once again, Mr. Matt for being on the podium. Yeah, the green and checker, that was pretty awesome. So
yeah, yes, it was, man. I think, now, I could be wrong. I don't want to steal it, but I think Grandy did lead one lap. I think
that's
he beat
fine.
you to, yeah, okay.
I guess.
So
I don't want to hear that, to be honest with you, but I got it.
I think he beat you to the line one lap because I made a big deal out of it in case the caution flew that never flew. But hey, hell of a job, man. Congratulations on going back to back. Can't wait to do this again.
Awesome. Thanks, Zach.
Isaac Salas brings home the win. And with that, I bring up my broadcasting partner, Adam Flieger, who helped me manage a panic attack when the SDK wasn't working. Thank you so much for that, Adam. I'm going to get ready to roll this to commercial, but you ready to watch the show here at Bristol?
I am. I'm ready. I'm about done trying to stay with these guys. I mean, I need somebody to show me where the speed is. I mean, I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's dude, I don't understand either. I mean, you look at those practice times, you're right up there, but those guys, they know something when that track slicks off that you and I definitely don't know, but I think that's why we're up here, Adam.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, I am going to throw this over to commercial. Everyone, I am saying goodbye. I'll mute up so Adam and I can talk and get this thing rolled over, but have a good rest of your night and enjoy your weekend.